Yeah. Looking fine.
Getting started into the actual game, Blaarg takes the start with TKI into LST, 5 with some garbage to deal with. Finds the well for the TSD into a Tetris.
Oh my
Finds
god.
a TST. Blaarg with a crazy surge building up right now with 15, 16, 17, 18.
Oh, and
Doesn't need to send it. It is too much for 5.
Especially
Blaarg with a dominating start. Blaarg finding his way past the opener. I did not see what it was. Blaarg with a crazy spike. With building up a little surge too. Didn't need to send it. It was already enough. Blaarg setting up a C-spin. 500 responds with a C-spin as well. Blaarg sends it first, in a bit of trouble there, but nope. He finds a way to down stack. Blaarg finding the TSS with the L-spin. But 5 with a 13 surge into the 33 spike. 5 is now on the board. Finding starting off with a C-spin. Going into his 6 surge as
oh no!
Couple misdrops there. Oh no!
There case
5 had like what, 2 misdrops there, or just the one T-spin?
Well, I'd argue the first misdrop caused the second.
Yeah. 5 blocked the well for a second there. Sorry, I got the hiccups. Excuse me, okay. I'm good now. Blaarg with getting a couple S-spins in. Building up the 5 surge, 6 surge. Almost found the 7 surge, but had to break it with the T-spin. 5 having some good pressure built up. Takes the second point, leading this to a 1-point game. 5 is not going down without a fight. But Blaarg is already at a 4 surge.
Oh, that ZVs.
Wow. 5 had to deal with a bit of a misdrop there, causing him to be in some trouble. Blaarg had a perfect well into Tetris. Finds the TSD into another Tetris, into another TSD, into another TSD. Finds the Tetris first, but builds a Florida TSD. Into a regular TSD, TSS into a Tetris. Finds the perfect well. He is getting some perfect RNG right now. As 5 is building up a 10 surge, 11 surge, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Creating a massive surge. Once he sends it, it's going to be a detrimental spike. It's 21 right now. Blaarg said, no, I don't have the right pieces. It is too much of a hassle, and I'll forfeit the point. 5 is now 1 point behind Blaarg. 5 building up a perfect center well to 3 TSDs and a Z-spin. Had a 6 surge built up and broke it to send to Blaarg. But Blaarg says, no thank you. I will send it back to you. But 5 sending a 38 spike into a PC. And it doesn't take out Blaarg. Blaarg was at the top of the board when it happened. It couldn't get anything going. But sends a double TSD into a Tetris for the 12 spike, but doesn't get any traction off of it. 5 had an opportunity to send a Tetris, but didn't have the right pieces in time. Breaks the surge in the process. Blaarg sending some garbage, but with the TSS into a TSD, into a spin. I did not see what it was, but 5 on response with an 18 spike. Both players responding with massive spikes, but Blaarg sends a 21 spike, leading 5 on to the top of the board. Finds a way to escape it. Into a T-spin, into a Tetris, into another T-spin. Sending the 21 spike is now at the middle of the board and sends Blaarg to the top. Both players sitting at the middle of their board. 5 on sending the 15 spike into a TSD, into a Tetris, finding this S-spin. Blaarg in a bit of trouble sitting at the top, but finds a way to get out of it nicely. 5 on in a bit of trouble here now, has to break the surge to defend it. But now is ready to rebuild the surge. Gets ready for the T-spin, sends it. Z-spin, sends it. Tetris sends it. Had the 7 surge built up, but had to break it early. Is now sitting at the top of the board. Both Blaarg is waiting. He is ready to send the fractal. 5 on had the TSD into the Tetris. He sends it first, and then Blaarg responds. Both players canceling out each other's garbage. But 5 on, as the surge built up from a TSD into a Tetris, sends the surge. But Blaarg responds with a 20 spike. 5 on says no. 5 on responds. TSD floater into another TSD with a 45 spike from 3 TSDs and a Tetris. Wow,
Crazy.
Tying up the game at 4. Both players responding to each other's TSDs with more TSDs, building each other's surges with 6. As 5 on X break hits at 5, Blaarg sends a spike instead and takes the point, catching 5 on off guard with, as he did not have enough pieces to take care of it. Blaarg regaining the lead, has an opportunity to build a Tetris, but doesn't. He sends 2 TSDs first, and then the Tetris into another spike, taking the 6 point, making it 6-4. Blaarg making a PCO, but doesn't send it. Instead, he decides to extend it. 5 on with the PC. Blaarg at the top of the board. 5 on slowly building up the center well. Finds the S-spin into the T-spin double to another Tetris. Blaarg responds by canceling it out, but has a perfect RNG to build up his surge, but 5 on is already way up there, sending double TSD into another Tetris, to another TSD, breaks it. It was at 20 for a 35 spike. 5 on responds back and takes the point. Blaarg responding with the PC extend as 5 on goes with C-spin, sends the C-spin, has opportunity to send a TSD, he takes it, sends another one, has opportunity to do another one, but does an L-spin instead into another T-spin double, but doesn't have enough, misdrops the eyepiece, and Blaarg responds with, hey, I will take this opportunity to send garbage, and he did. Blaarg responding with a C-spin, same with 5 on, but differently. Makes it into a nice center well as Blaarg has garbage to now deal with, but takes care of it nicely. As 5 on jumps it with a 32 spike. 5 on responds with a massive attack to take out Blaarg. Blaarg going to PCO extend as 5 on goes with C-spin into another TSD. 5 on going with, almost had the DT cannon, but was one line too much and misdropped. Sorry, couldn't get the T-spin off in time. 5 on going on with the C-spin, gets the right pieces, but Blaarg had the PC, building up a nice center well now. Builds the Tetris into a TSD. 5 on getting some good spins into a 7, 8, 9 surge, but breaks it at 9 and sends it off to Blaarg. Blaarg doesn't get affected by it, but instead he just responds with 2 TSEs. 5-on has some cheese to deal with now. But misdrops the LPs. He takes care of it nicely and doesn't affect him much. Has an opportunity to go for a T-spin into a TSD. He takes it. And it now has another well into another TSD into Tetris. And he takes that to 5 surge. As Blaarg has a perfect well. 5-on had to break his surge to take care of it, and instead he responds with a 36 massive surge spike, sending Blaarg to the top of the board, but Blaarg responds by canceling it out and returning the surge back. 5-on sends too much pressure to Blaarg, and 5-on is now back within 1, with the score 8-7 in favor of Blaarg. 5-on stacking as Blaarg finds the PC. Then I'll see what opener was, but 5-on with the double, with the Tetris into the TSD, sending a massive spike. Blaarg in a bit of trouble here, but sends a TSD into a TSS, finding the fractal instead into a TSD into another Tetris. 5-on builds a massive surge and sends it off to Blaarg for his massive 30 spike. Blaarg didn't have anything to cancel with and finishes off that round. It is now a tie game. 5-on with a crazy misdrop. Blaarg starting off with a TSD, TKI is LSD, but now sends TSDs for probably sending about 4 right now. As 5-on has a crazy 12 surge happening, but misdrops instead. Has to deal with, but it turns into a fractal instead. He only sends 1 TSD. He only had pieces for 1, but gets ready to send more TSDs in the process. Finds the Z spin into TSD. Almost had the pieces, but can't get it going. Blaarg regains the lead. Five-on with the C-spin. Blaarg getting the fractal in. He gets it perfectly. 27 spike. He responds with into a DT cannon. Find an opportunity for a T-spin into a Tetris into a nice 20 spike down stack, but 5-on responds with the built-up surge and an 11 spike. He sends it over, sending Blaarg to the middle of the board, but 5-on's in a bit of trouble there. He doesn't have enough pieces. Blaarg is now at match point. 5-on does have a chance to come back. He only needs 3 points to win the round and to go on to grand finals. 5-on with a crazy stack right there. Going to 8 surge now. Blaarg in a bit of trouble here. He didn't have the right pieces. He was in too much trouble there and decided to take the round. 5-on is now at 9 points. He is only 1 behind Blaarg and 2 to take the win. Blaarg jigsawing but doesn't get the right pieces. 5-on finds the PC. Can't find the second one, but decides to go forward. Double TSD into a Tetris. Blaarg finding the TST into a Z-spin, to a J-spin. Crazy amount of stacking going on right now. Blaarg is finding a way to make it, but 5-on misdrops the T-spin and had to break the surge in the process. 5-on finding the good amount of pressure here. And he ties the game. What a crazy winners finals. It has been a very even match of pure speed, skill, and attack. 5-on finding the C-spin. Blaarg finds the center well into a TSD, into perfect RNG. The 5-on misdrops the J piece. He's okay with it though. He finds a way out of it. Misdrops the L piece. No, that's gonna cost him. Blaarg moves on to grand finals, and 5-on will move down to the losers bracket.